The laughter echoed through the hallway like a blade dragging along tile. I stood just beyond the kitchen archway. Shadows swallowed me, but I could see her, my wife, her mouth curled around a champagne flute, her eyes bright with a cruelty I never thought she owned. "Finally," she whispered, almost giddy. Her sister leaned in, glass raised. "To 6 months," she said. "To insurance money," my wife laughed. They clinked. I didn't feel the floor beneath me anymore, just static in my ears and the sour taste of metal at the back of my throat. They didn't see me, or maybe they didn't care. I didn't speak, didn't move. I just watched her celebrate my death like it was a promotion, like the tumor in my gut was her ticket to freedom. The rest of the evening blurred around that moment. Her laughter stained the walls. Her words burned behind my eyes. I went upstairs, closed the door, and made one phone call. It started small, too small to name at first. A missed call. A smirk that lasted too long. The way she didn't cry when the doctor said, "terminal." I told myself she was being strong for me. That's what I wanted to believe. Until I wasn't looking for strength anymore. I was looking for reasons. She stopped touching me, stopped asking how I felt. She started dressing better, sleeping elsewhere in the bed, leaving the house more often. When I asked her where she'd been, she smiled like I was a child. "Out," she'd say. "You worry too much." Maybe I did. Maybe that's why I didn't see it sooner. But that night, that celebration, there was no denying what I heard. She wasn't just done with me. She was betting on my expiration date and planning her future with the money I would leave behind. My cancer wasn't the tragedy. It was her lottery ticket. I didn't confront her. That would have given her too much. Instead, I learned to smile again, pretend, mimic the version of myself she remembered. At night, when she slept, I copied her phone contents to a private drive. Screenshots, voice notes, bank statements, deleted messages. It was all there. The man, the plans, the calculations. She had Googled how long stage 4 stomach cancer usually lasts. She'd even drafted a eulogy. I watched her sit at the breakfast table and sip tea like none of it existed. And I made my moves. I visited my lawyer, quietly, changed the beneficiary on the life insurance, updated my will, recorded everything. I didn't need to scream or threaten. The best revenge isn't loud. It's surgical. I documented her affair, tracked her rendezvous, found the motel receipts. She wasn't just cheating, she was waiting for the cancer to do her dirty work, and smiling at me like I was already in the ground. 4 weeks later, I sat across from her. She was drinking wine, red, dry, always her favorite. I placed a manila envelope on the table between us. She stared at it. "What's this?" she asked. I didn't answer. She opened it. Photos, printouts, transcripts of her calls, his name, their hotel, the insurance paperwork, with her name scratched out in clean, sharp ink. She went pale, then red, then pale again. She looked up at me, eyes wide. "How long have you?" "Since the champagne," I said. Her hand trembled. You don't understand." I do." And I smiled. Not a warm one, not a forgiving one. The kind of smile a man wears when he's finished digging a grave, but hasn't told anyone who it's for yet. I stood, left the rest of the folder on the table. There was more. Emails to her lover, copies sent to her employer, a signed affidavit from the private investigator. "I've forwarded everything," I said. "To who?" "Whoever mattered." Her jaw clenched. You'll ruin me." "You were counting on me dying quietly." The silence between us was thick. Years of false intimacy crumbling in real time. "You can't prove anything," she said, but it was hollow, desperate. "I don't need to." I walked to the door. She called after me, not by my name, just, "Wait." I didn't. She wasn't worth my time. She'd already celebrated my death. Now she could live with the aftermath. That night, I slept better than I had in months. Not because I was healed. The cancer was still there, but she wasn't. She was gone. Everything she touched turned to rust. But I walked out of that house untouched. Colder, yes, but whole. She thought I would die and leave her rich. Instead, I lived and left her ruined. She raised her glass to my death, and I raised mine to her exposure. Funny how celebrations can look the same, right up until the toast shatters. I'm still dying, but she's already dead.